Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to build a Zod form builder, which is basically an form builder that takes in a Zod schema and then builds on the form in the UI accordingly. The tech stack for this Zod form builder is shadCN and it components Tailwind CSS and Zod, the latest version. So let's get started. I have a Next.js app set up locally on my machine, and I have built a small page here which uses the Zod form builder that I have built, and a form schema as an input, a form name, and an onSubmit function as an input prop. So let's check the form schema. In this form schema, we'll go each field step by step, starting with the string field. So we have this form schema. It is a type of object. So by default, this Zod form builder uses an object type as a default. You cannot pass directly string or arrays or optional fields. You need to wrap it inside an object to make this work correctly. You can also use primitive types directly, but it should be always wrapped inside an object for consistent UI and user experiences. So let's get started. This is the first username. It's a string field. It has some basic validations, a default value, and a description field. So let's see how does it look in the UI. So this is how it looks in the UI. We have this username field. The minimum should be 3, and the default is John Doe, and it has a description. So now you can see the default is this one. Now if I hit sub, let me just change the user input field and let me put in less characters, 2 or something like ASH, and hit submit. It will work because minimum was 3 and it is 3. Let me remove this, and now it will complain that it must be at least 3 characters. So if I add this, remove this, add this, remove this, the validation works accordingly. So this is for username field. So these are how the validations would work. Next is I'll add some other things to this form, other field types. Let's do that. Let's add a number field, the age field, which has a minimum of 18, maximum of 100, a default, and a description. Now as you can see, I have this age. The age must be minimum 18. So let me add 12, reduce it to below 18, and if I hit submit, I'm getting an error that age must be greater than or equal to 18. So if I just hover this to 18 or make it less than, the error validations work accordingly. Next we add a boolean field. Now we have a boolean field, and it is a switch box type of UI, and it has its description. So in my Zod form builder, I've also made some other things, like for example, if I change this type to use something like checkbox, and then let me change the type to backticks, and then go back here. Now you can see it's now became a checkbox field like this one, and I'll remove this arrow. So let's move on to the non-primitive types, which are the arrays and the objects. Let's first start with simple array of string, array with the simple primitive types. If I uncheck this, and now it's a simple array of string with a description. If I go here, you can see I have this thing, tags, which is of array, and I've automatically added a button to add some tags. So as you can see, it's tags at level 0. So it's of type string, so you can add tag 1 and then add tag 2, and then you can go on adding if you want. Then you can add tag 4. It's of level 0 base indexing. You can make it according to your needs. That is the array of strings, basically simple. Now let's move on to array of objects. So if I'll remove this, and now what I'll do is I'll remove the sub accounts thing. We'll go that in a minute. Let's first see a simple social accounts. It's an array of objects, and now as you can see, I have different things here. I have platform which is of type enum, a string type, and a number type. So I have this enum field, a username which is a string field, and a followers field. By default, the enum field automatically uses a select type. So let's check in the UI. So let's click on add social account. As you can see, an array of objects uses a card based formats to show nested structures accordingly. So I have this platform which was of type enum, and it's an automatic select by default. Now I have this string field of username, a followers field with the default value, and obviously a boolean field which was of type default as switch. So that is an array of objects handling. Now if you want to handle nested objects inside those array, you can have a sample schema as follows. You have the sub accounts, it's also an array of objects, and then remove the deep nested level. You can see I have this username, followers, and add sub accounts. So if I go back in the UI, I can see I have add sub accounts. If I go and click that, then again it opens up in a new card UI with the default values, and similarly you can add sub accounts accordingly. You can also add second social accounts, and inside those social accounts you can have more sub accounts. So this is how the deep nesting, and this could go on and on, however levels you want your form schema to be. Next is more deep nesting. Suppose we have this preferences, which again uses Instagram enum, or like enum with this thing, a string field, a number field, and if we do is verified boolean of type checkbox, then if I go in there and if I hit social media accounts and then add sub accounts and then add preferences, you can see I have this checkbox field for that particular thing, but for is verified we have the switch box. So yeah, that is how the form schema or the Zod form builder at this stage works right now. I have shown every possible value type for the Zod schema and its display UI. Obviously there are many things, many small things missing here and there, like we could, if we want, we could have this as select field where we select tags from it. We can change the UI for this, we can also change the UI for this, we can do whatever we want to, and let's show you the output of these things. If I hit console and if I hit submit, as you can see I get some things here, but let's just fill it up quickly. So now if I hit submit, the same schema as in form data inside the on submit function has been shown here. So we have this John Doe, the age, the is active as true, we have this tags as a tags one, and then we have the social accounts which has single social account, and then it's user, and then sub accounts, and then inside the sub accounts we have this preferences. So this is how the form schema or the Zod form builder works. This is currently on stage V1 right now. There are many small things missing in this form. In the later videos I'll show you how you can build a more robust form with multiple and mix primitive and non-primitive types working together to build a complete Zod form builder that takes in any Zod schema and then it builds the form on it. So yeah, I hope you like this video. The source code for this I'll put in the description. Everything else, the summary of this thing, I'll put in the description. You can use this to build your own Zod forms, and I hope you got to learn from this video. I'll also add a video to how this Zod form and its inner functionality have been taken care of here. So yeah, that is the thing. See you in the next video. Thank you guys.